The Return of the Beast. In the rural village of Ravenswood, nestled in the heart of the mystical Whispering Woods, the legend of the Devourer of Shadows had long been whispered about in hushed tones. The villagers believed that on certain nights, when the moon hung low in the sky, the beast would emerge from the woods, seeking prey to satiate its eternal hunger. 20 years ago, the beast had terrorized Ravenswood, leaving a trail of death and destruction in its wake. The villagers, led by the fearless Thorn Blackwood, had banded together to hunt the creature. After a fierce battle, they had managed to drive the beast back into the depths of the Whispering Woods. But as the years passed, the legend of the Devourer of Shadows began to fade into myth. The villagers began to doubt its existence, dismissing the stories as mere fantasy. That was until the night the beast returned. At first, it was just small, seemingly insignificant events. Tools would go missing, food would disappear, and strange noises echoed through the woods. The villagers suspected wild animals are pranksters, but as the occurrences grew more frequent and brazen, they realized that something was amiss. Then, the disappearances began. At first, it was just stray animals, but soon, people started vanishing. The villagers were gripped with fear, remembering the terror of 20 years ago. They knew that the Devourer of Shadows had returned. Thorn Blackwood, now an old man, was summoned by the village elder to lead the hunt once more. Thorn, though weathered and worn, still possessed the fire that had driven him to defeat the beast 2 decades ago. He gathered a small group of villagers, including his own granddaughter, Ember, and set out to track the creature. As they delved into the Whispering Woods, the group encountered signs of the beast's presence, twisted trees, scorched earth, and an unsettling feeling of being watched. Thorn knew that they were getting close. The final confrontation took place on a stormy night beneath the same ancient tree where Thorn had last faced the beast. The Devourer of Shadows emerged from the darkness, its eyes blazing with an otherworldly fury. Thorn, with Ember by his side, stood tall against the monster. The battle was intense, with the beast's claws swiping through the air and Thorn's party fighting to stay alive. Ember proved herself to be a worthy hunter, landing a critical blow that sent the beast stumbling back. As the storm raged on, Thorn faced the Devourer of Shadows alone. The creature's eyes locked onto his, and for a moment, the two enemies shared a connection that transcended time and space. Thorn remembered the fear he had felt 20 years ago, but this time, he stood firm. With a mighty swing of his sword, Thorn struck the final blow, ending the Devourer of Shadows' reign of terror once and for all. The beast let out a deafening roar, before dissipating into nothingness, banished from the world forever. As the storm subsided, the villagers emerged from their homes, blinking in the bright sunlight. They cheered as Thorn and Ember returned, hailed as heroes. The legend of the Devourer of Shadows would live on, but this time, as a cautionary tale of a monster that had been defeated, rather than a terror that lurked in the shadows. The village of Ravenswood celebrated long into the night, their laughter and music carrying far into the Whispering Woods, a testament to their bravery and resilience in the face of terror. The end. Follow our page for more interesting stories and series.